Welcome back, everyone. We're diving into the world of Coco Chanel today.
Oh, a fascinating choice.
Definitely. We all know the name, the perfume, the little black dress,
Right, the iconic fashion figure.
but I bet there's a ton about her story most people don't know.
I think you'll be surprised how much there is to uncover.
We've got some great video excerpts to guide us, so
Excellent. Those always bring the story to life.
let's uncover the woman behind the legend, not just the fashion.
Sounds good. Where should we begin?
Well, she wasn't born Coco or into luxury, that's for
Rita
sure.
Gabrielle Bonheur Chanel was her given name, 1883.
And hardship marked her early years. I mean, losing her mother so young.
It's heartbreaking and then essentially abandoned by her father.
Ending up in an orphanage? Can you imagine that shaping her?
It's almost impossible to overstate the impact, I'd say.
Learning to sew there, though, that becomes key, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Her craft, her livelihood, all stemming from that.
But also, that environment, it breeds a certain resilience.
Oh, undoubtedly. That fierce independence she's known for, it's rooted there.
From an orphanage to redefining elegance, it's quite a journey.
It speaks volumes about her drive, her ability to overcome.
Even the nickname Coco, it hints at her shaping our own image.
Singing in bars to make ends meet, not exactly high society.
But maybe those experiences informed her later designs.
Interesting thought. Seeing what women wanted, desired, even in those settings.
Then in 1910, she opens her first shop in Paris. Hats, though, not clothing at first.
Smart move. Establishing her style, her name, before the bigger leap.
And it's the 1920s where things explode. But she wasn't just making pretty clothes.
No, this is where the revolution begins, the challenge to how women dressed.
Imagine corsets, layers of fabric, all restricting movement.
Dictating discomfort, really. Coco must felt that keenly herself.
And bam, blue silhouettes, freedom of movement, unheard of.
And what a statement. Comfort and style could coexist.
Then trousers for women, unthinkable at the time.
Oh, absolutely groundbreaking, challenging those norms head on.
Giving women permission to be active, comfortable, in charge.
Exactly. It wasn't just fashion, it was a social shift reflected in clothing.
And then the little black dress. Simple, yet eternally elegant.
A blank canvas, dress it up or down, and always chic.
Such a contrast to the extravagance of the time, but it caught on.
Because it resonated with how women's roles were changing, too.
It's almost like that one garment embodied an entire cultural shift.
Her genius was that simplicity. Timeless design trumps fleeting trends.
But her life wasn't all glitz. The war years are a dark chapter.
Yes, a complexity we can't ignore, allegations of collaboration.
It reminds us that even icons are human, capable of difficult choices.
And that history is rarely black and white. There's always more to uncover.
It makes her story even more intriguing, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. That blend of light and shadow, that's what makes her captivating. So we've got this complex figure, right? Building a fashion empire, but with this hidden personal life.
And did one influence the other? I mean, her designs, they weren't just trendy fluff.
Exactly. That's part of her staying power. They're timeless, elegant, beyond any one era.
Like she stripped away all the excess, all the fuss, just focused on what worked.
Simplicity, but that's deceptively hard to do well, you know?
And quality. Those pieces were made to last, not disposable fashion.
Oh, an investment piece? A Chanel suit? That's still the epitome of chic.
Powerful, sophisticated, but also you can wear it so many ways.
That boxy jacket, the slim skirt, it's almost like a uniform, but one that elevates you.
Not confined to one age or type of woman either. That's smart.
She understood what modern women wanted, I think, better than most.
To move confidently, to work, to be stylish, all of it together.
Not just clothes, but how you lived your life. That's the appeal she tapped into.
And then there's Chanel number 5. I mean, how does a perfume become legendary?
It wasn't just a scent, it was a statement, this bold, abstract creation.
Over 80 ingredients, I read that somewhere. Who even knew?
It broke the mold, like so much of what she did. And of course, Marilyn Monroe wearing it.
Instant icon status. But again, it's timeless. It's still sold today.
Speaks to something primal almost, that scent. She understood that too.
And let's not forget, she was her brand. Her personal style, so influential.
Oh, absolutely. She walked the walk, you know? Always impeccably put together.
The pearls, the suits, that hair. She made it all aspirational, attainable somehow.
It wasn't just, buy my clothes. It was, live like this. Very powerful.
So a legacy built on more than talent, but on understanding women, their desires.
And that's why it endures. We still relate to that, even now, decades later.
Makes you wonder if she grasped how big her impact would be beyond just fashion.
Hard to say, but she had to have a sense of her own vision, that's for sure.
A woman who broke the mold, dared to be different. Inspiring stuff.
But the story's not over. After her death, the House of Chanel, it kept going.
And in some ways, got even bigger. That's got to be tough to follow, right?
Oh, you're not kidding. Next time, we'll tackle how they manage that.
So keeping that legacy alive, it's more than just sewing some clothes.
Oh, yeah. Enormous pressure, right?
Yeah.
Stepping into Coco's shoes.
And Lagerfeld, he didn't shy away from it, did he? Bold choices.
Bold's an understatement. Revered the heritage, but wasn't afraid to play with it.
That's got to be tough, respecting the past while still innovating.
He had a knack for it, though. Take the Chanel suit, instantly recognizable.
But he'd tweak the proportions, different fabrics, modernizing it.
Sometimes it was subtle, sometimes a real jolt, but it always worked somehow.
And those runway shows, they became these huge events, didn't they?
Well, legendary. That supermarket set, who could forget that? Pure spectacle.
Made fashion exciting, theatrical, like you said, tapping into something bigger.
Exactly. Not just clothes, but a whole world you were buying into. Aspirational.
And kept Chanel at the top. Season after season. He got what women wanted too.
Always. Even while pushing boundaries. Like, he really embraced diversity on the runway.
Early adopter of that, different body types, ethnicities. It made a statement.
Like echoing Coco's own rebelliousness, right? Not conforming to those old norms.
So Lagerfeld's era was about evolution. Building on what she'd started, but pushing it forward.
And after him, Virginie Viard, she brings in a softer touch, but still distinctly Chanel.
It's wild, this brand. It keeps adapting, yet the core identity is always there.
That's the magic of it, I think. And it all traces back to Coco, her vision.
It's more than just the name on a label. It's this whole attitude she embodied.
Courage, resilience, daring to create your own path, that's what sticks with people.
Whether you wear Chanel or not, that message, it resonates. She was one of a kind.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive, I think that's what I December.
It's inspiring, right? That creativity, that drive, that's Coco's true legacy.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you enjoyed exploring her world with us.
It's a fascinating one, for sure. Until next time, keep exploring, keep being inspired.